Outside the Box Reviews, Predator Week halfway continues with the NECA Alien vs. Predator Requiem Predalien figure. And this is the infamous hybrid alien from that film at the end of the original AvP. I guess spoilers, but I mean it's the point of a whole second movie, so deal with it. There's an alien chest burster that comes out of a predator, and we find out in the sequel that it's grown into this full-sized xenomorph hybrid. If memory serves me right, I believe there may have been a second version of this figure with the mandibles in a little different position, but this is the one I have to review, so let's take a closer look. For accessories, all we get here is a display stand. It's a very interesting display stand. It comes in 3 separate pieces. We basically have 2 separate sections with pegs on them, and then a middle connecting piece. And flip it around, you can see they all peg together. So this piece here is lower, and the other 2 pieces go on top. And it's the same display base that we ended up getting with the normal alien from that same series. It looks like some cracked ground, some debris around. Simple, but decent looking. For the Predalien itself, I think the overall design of the character is a little lacking, but I think NECA has done a beautiful job capturing it. This is a very, very detailed figure. There's a lot of great sculpting and a lot of great paint here. One of my favorite details right here up front is the little clear dome on the front, and you can see a skull underneath it. Kind of hard with my lights here to pick it out, but it's an amazingly detailed skull inside of that dome. We do have the membranes all around the teeth, the silver teeth. We can see the inner jaw in there. Now, I cannot get the inner jaw on this to come out. I don't know if it's stuck or if it isn't meant to move, but it is back in there. I love that they used the translucent for the membrane around the mouth. We got the big old mandibles coming out to the side. Going back the head, it's a very queen-shaped head. We have all the notch you see on a normal alien head that kind of bulges out back here with some tan areas. The overall color of the skin's great too. It's black, but there's a heavy brown dry brushing over it to really bring out some detail. We have all the little dreads coming back here that are soft rubber, so they move quite a bit. Coming around the back, you got the big shoulder pads and the tubes coming off. You can see the spine sculpted in there in the middle. Very interesting looking chest, all the kind of weird musculature coming together. Some more interesting colors brought in, some orangey reds. Big shoulders there coming down to the arms, big spindly hands. Very similar to the drone or the big chap as opposed to the warriors with the dual thumbs and just 2 claws in the middle. The hips come out. This is something they did a lot with aliens after Alien 3, I think, started it. They have the big hip bones coming out of the figure, which give it an interesting look. You have some ridges here on the upper legs. And the rest of the legs look very xenomorph, normal-ish with the little patches of weird membrane in them. We have some back bent feet, dual toes on each, but there's actually some little ones in between. Very odd looking feet, kind of more like hooves than actual normal alien feet. Then we have a very, very long tail with a heavy armored ridge going across it. Some nice kind of zebra-y looking paint job here, leading up to a very wicked looking spike and club at the back. Now, for as much as I like the sculpt on this figure, the articulation is very lacking, and because of the way it's sculpted, it actually is stuck in a very awkward pose. We do have a ball joint here at the base of the neck, so it'll look not very far to one side, but very far to the other. Then you do get a decent amount of up and down motion. We do have a hinge at the jaw that will let it close partway and then open wider. We have ball joints at the shoulders, so they don't go very far out to the side. You put them much further than this and they'll pop right out. Go forward and back. We have an upper arm swivel on either side. This one arm's straighter and the other arm's very, very bent. We do have a cut joint at the wrist. We have a V cut at the crotch, upper leg swivel, and then nothing for the rest of the legs. And then we do get a bendy wire at the tail, but it's a pretty stiff wire, kind of hard to get the tail to hold much of a shape. And for a size comparison, here's the hybrid alien next to the wolf predator from NECA and one of their more modern aliens xenomorph warriors. And I think it's still in pretty good scale with either of these 2 figures. I just really wish this Predalien wasn't stuck in such an awkward pose. And overall, as a statue, I like this piece. I actually almost wish it had less articulation. It's really the lack of joints in the legs and mid-torso that make this piece really, really awkward. It's very hard to get in a position where it will stand just based on the fact that it's always kind of wanting to lean over to the one side. It's sculpted leaning over and it just wants to finish that move. However, I'm going to give it a weak recommend. And I think if this had the articulation of the modern figures, it would actually be a very strong recommend. The paint on this figure is fantastic. The sculpting is amazingly done. But as an actual action figure and not just a statue, it comes up a little lacking. Now in the same series that brought us this figure, NECA had done a normal alien warrior, but since we got some more aliens figures around the corner, I figure I'll hold off on that review until then. In the meantime, make sure you check me out on Instagram, username Outside the Box Reviews. Also follow me on Facebook, link below. And until next time, this has been the Outside the Box Reviews. Predator Week is over, but stay tuned for more to come.